Welcome to Travelogue. I'm Yin. Right now we're in Yibin, which is a city in southern Sichuan province. Many people come here by bus, by train, or even by car from the local cities Chongqing or even by Chengdu. Now you can also do what I did and fly on over from Beijing. It's only a 2.5-hour flight. If you take a look behind me, it's the beautiful Yangtze River. And you know, Yibin is known as the first city along the Yangtze River. There's many reasons why people come here, for the scenery, for the local culture. Well, I'm going to get started on my weekend. Yibin is where the Jinsha and Min rivers converge, forming the Yangtze, China's longest river. So, Yibin is known as the first city on the Yangtze. It's not a big city, and so the atmosphere is pretty calm and relaxed. No rush, no hurry, just go with the flow. In fact, being in this environment brings out the calm in me as well. However, it's not a dull place in any sense at all. Instead, I found streets filled with activity, color, and spice. Everywhere you look, the scent of traditional Yibin culture permeates the air. Wow. You know, if you take a stroll in the streets of Yibin, in particular, the scent of alcohol will sort of draw you to different locations. Particularly, if you're lucky, you might be taken to this red building here. This guy's busy at work. It's a very traditional building, and the smell will let you know that it's actually the place where the local alcohol, wuliangye, is made. It's famous throughout entire China, and that's why Yibin is known as the alcohol capital. So I'm going to take a look at this very traditional place and go with the smell. For ordinary Chinese, Yibin is synonymous with wuliangye, which has been produced for more than 600 years. Now, as the Chinese say, the older the cellar, the better will be the wine. Wuliangye still uses traditional cellars that are over 1,000 years old. These are where they brew their top-notch liquors. And it's in this mysterious half-lit, half-dark room, liquor is slowly brewing to perfection. 师傅，您喝的这是什么呀？wuliangye参。这就是新酿出来的吗？我能尝尝这个。So, this is as fresh as it comes. And I don't usually try this kind of stuff, but when you're here, you gotta drink this. Hot辣. It's quite a flavor. You gotta come here yourself. Besides the ancient cellars, the large modern distillery is open to tourists as well. There, through the display items, you can find out more about China's fascinating alcohol culture. And if you're new to Yibin, it's a good idea to head to one of the many travel agencies. They can plan a 2-3 day tour of the city and offer special discounts and information. From the city proper, I headed 20 kilometers northwest to the sleepy waterside town of Lizhuang. Lizhuang has over 1,800 years of history, and first became famous during the War of Resistance against Japan, when the residents demonstrated their patriotic spirit by opening their doors to many anti-Japanese patriots from other places. It was so famous that at that time, if you just wrote down Lizhuang on an envelope, leaving out the province and zip code, everyone knew where the letter was going. After a 20-minute ride, we're finally in Lizhuang, and here we have our old friend over there. 你好，你好. Mr. Zuo, he's 你好，你好, going to give us some information about this village. Mr. Zhuo is a Lizhuang expert who's lived here for 50 years.
这里是我们李庄的东岳庙， 抗日战争时候同济大学迁过来，它的工学院就住在这里，这两边都是同济大学的教室当年啊。
During the war, many literati migrated to Lizhuang. This quiet, peaceful town nurtured their pursuit of knowledge during those turbulent times, and this in turn helped preserve and develop the national culture. Tongji University and more than 10 other institutions of higher learning moved here, and with them came experts and scholars. Among them was the famous architect Liang Sicheng, who finished his masterpiece, History of Chinese Architecture, during his 6-year stay. Who knew this quaint little town was once so influential?
这里就是当年同济大学的教室，他们很多学生就在这里上课。后来在这里读书的学生，解放以后成为两院院士的都有20多个，就是在这里上课的。这里有一根桂圆树，就是当年同济大学的学生栽的，到现在已经是60多年了，它已经长成了一根大树了。这根树叫龙眼树，我们南方叫桂圆。
Since then, many things have changed. The classrooms are now empty, and the people long ago headed back home. But Lizhuang still remains with all its traditional charm. You see, this little village actually faces the Yangtze River, which is all the way back there. And along the sides of the streets, you have the remnants of history. You see these little rulers here? They actually document the flood years during which the little town saw some of the high tides and waters. This one records the year when the flood was most severe, and at that point it reached 275 meters. It's sort of like a decoration, also a reminder of the past for the people here. If you can squeeze a few more days out of your trip, why not just linger for a little while in Lizhuang, sitting beside the Yangtze, sipping tea, or better yet, really observe the people. Watch the elderly strolling through the ancient alleyways, the children laughing and playing in the distance, or listen to opera performances at the local tea house. During their spare time, the local elderly organize performances. Now, although they aren't professionals, the sound of their voices never fails to draw a loyal audience. Look beyond their wrinkles and you'll find a simple happiness. It's a touching sight. The small town really comes alive at night when the locals show us the spirit of their folk culture. On festive occasions, you might catch the grass dragon dance. This performance is an age-old tradition. Elsewhere, it's usually performed by men, but in Lizhuang, it's these cheerful ladies that are strutting their stuff. From Lizhuang, we head 2 hours southeast to the Stone Sea Park in Xingwen County. It's a large karst geopark with a total area of over 150 square kilometers. The Roxy is huge, so if you come here, you should take one of the cars, and it only costs 10 kwai. 知不知道? There are a variety of different natural landscapes to see in the park. First, we headed to the Stone Sea. And as the name implies, the rocks in the Stone Sea Park look like waves of a vast ocean. 2 million years ago, this area was indeed a body of water. Tectonic activity and later water erosion carved out the structures that we see today, as if they were done so by a skilled artist's hands. Just take a look yourself. See how this landscape seems to blend together so mysteriously? I can't describe it in words, but maybe these artists can do a better job on canvas. it is, the world's biggest funnel-shaped structure. Take it away. This is perhaps one of the strangest sights I've ever seen. The huge hole in the ground is over 600 meters wide, nearly 500 meters long, and over 200 meters deep. Surrounded by cold, hard rocks, the center is yet filled with vegetation. I'm absolutely awestruck by the powerful and mysterious forces of nature. You see the sticks? It's believed that when women take these sticks and put it here, they will no longer have back pain. And for men, if they take one of these and put it here, it represents that they will not be taken advantage of by their wives anymore. They'll have stronger backs. Personally, I think we should take these down because men should be doing the dishes and they should be doing their laundry. Hello. Continuing with our journey, we took a rather amusing slide down to the bottom of a cave. Oh, man. Imagine if this were the next big concert hall. The spacious environment with the audience over there and the lights and the cameras and the concertos and the symphonies and the... Oh! You like that? You'll be amazed by the numerous karst caves here. You can follow the neon lights and try to imagine what all the strange shapes look like, or you can take a more adventurous route to explore in the dark. So we are here, and the most exciting part of this cave is traveling all the way down to the miniature caves, and the journey is quite dangerous and it's dark. So I have two useful things, my little headlamp and my guide here.
Hi.
Okay, 那咱们从哪开始？那边？
这边。
这边。Okay, let's go. 这有多长啊？这个？
对呀，慢点啊，很长，6.5公里的。
Oh. I would suggest spending a full day in the Stone Sea Park to really experience Mother Nature's architectural skills. For you explorer types, I would recommend spending a good portion of that time climbing through some rather dangerous and steep slopes in the dark.
慢点哈。
There's nothing more thrilling than walking into the unknown, and here, I certainly lost all sense of direction.
这个也是，我这个特别大，哇，很高的，看一下。
Years and years of formation, and you finally have something like this. They're like little nodules here and there of stalagmites, and they're special rocks. Look up here, like almost transparent. It's like a special type of precious stone, and they're everywhere. Like, over here, they're even dripping with water.
这种是可以长的。 还会长的，滴水的那种。
Oh, so because of the water erosion, this is still being shaped, and who knows, maybe after another hundreds of thousands of years, this could be a pillar or another strangely shaped structure. You know, the only sound you can hear in here are the sounds of your 2 footsteps. It's pretty scary if you're doing this alone. Now, imagine if there were no lights. Let's turn them off. 1, 2, 3. After all that excitement, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. I was quite surprised to see an underwater river running through the cave. Who knows if there are other forms of life nestled in the corners. You know, the ancient people used to live in caves, but nowadays it seems like this cave itself is made into this village. On the side you have restaurants, and in the back over there you actually have tents and trailer homes. What a cave and what an adventure. So we've been bumping around on this bus here for over 2 hours, and it's because all of these mountainous paths. It takes a lot of effort to really see the hanging coffins. Maybe I don't know what the site will be like. Around here you have mountains and you have grasses, and it's said that the coffins are actually hung up right on top of those mountains. It's a pretty mysterious phenomenon, but here we are. So we have our admissions ticket. You can see this pretty exciting phenomenon with the coffins there, but let's go check it out. Hanging 10-20 meters right above us, we can see the old wooden coffins of the Boer people, an ancient minority that is now extinct. The coffins are a bit creepy, I must say. They're also very mysterious. How exactly did they get up there? Well, these remains of the past leave us with mysteries unsolved, and at the same time, tell us about the unique burial customs of the Boer. They have coffins up there, next to the water. It was a local official who showed us to the coffins, some of which have been up there for over 500 years. Some experts think the coffins were lowered onto the mountain cliffs by a rope from the top. Others suggest that they were brought up by ladders. There are many different theories, but what is the real answer? You'll have to figure it out yourself. You know, if you look up there at the mountains, you'll see plenty of these hanging coffins. And actually, I was told by the local people that the hanging coffins were the remains of the ancient Boer peoples who lived up in this area. And so I suppose that it's these coffins that sort of allow people, the descendants, to look up to their ancestors. The local official has looked up at these coffins since he was a kid, and today it still seems to be a puzzle for him.
原来白人就在那些地方去住，他的山寨子上，他是这样保护了自己的。然后他生了病死了以后，就让那抬来，用来埋在这上面。这些就是他们的棺木，已经上了千年的历史。我小时候，这会儿看到这块是上千个，年深久了就朽烂，就落下来。里面有些宝剑了，还有骨头些落这地下去。啊，玄关是个谜。
I just took a bit of a nap there, I think for maybe over 2 hours, but actually we still have a bit of a way to go up ahead, so I'm gonna end my day pretty much as soon as I get there, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna start a brand new day in the Bamboo Sea. I'm gonna take a nap again. In the Bamboo Sea, you'll drown in a sea of bamboo. You see, this hotel has a strong and unique theme, and that's bamboo. Here, the structure is all bamboo-like. It has the bamboo-style trees as the roofs, and then also the bamboo architecture, the paintings on the walls, everything. At this five-star hotel, you'll get the full bamboo experience.
Yes, this is our room rate.
So they start off at $1,480, which is about $200 US, and this is during the peak season. Are there any special facilities here?
We have hot springs, conference center, and restaurants.
Okay, so I want to take a tour of the Bamboo Sea. How do I get there from here?
We get there by bus for about 20 minutes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The Bamboo Sea is a haven for nature lovers. That's right, you can swim through its 120 square kilometers of bamboo-covered hills. There's nothing like watching the bamboo dancing and swaying in the breeze. Walking through the groves, I only heard birds singing, streams whispering, and the echo of my own footsteps. come here, you really should arrive in the early morning hours. It's when you have the best view. Out here you have this grand bamboo sea. Everything is green, and just in the morning mist and the dew, you'll be surprised at what you see. It's like a fairyland and something absolutely breathtaking. According to records, bamboo began growing in the bamboo sea around 3,000 years ago. Since then, it's slowly grown into the fabric of Yibian culture. If you've got enough time, you got to stay here for at least a weekend, if for nothing else, to take in some fresh air. What a refreshing place. Here you have this amazing rock caves and the bamboo sea out there, fresh air. It's no surprise that many Buddhists and Taoists have established their worshiping grounds right here on the top of this mountain. They've done so since ancient times, and these have been around for over 1,000 years. And the Taoists and the Buddhist worshiping grounds are just separated by this small area over here. They're right next to each other. People believe that this place is blessed by the heavens. So it's the custom for passers-by to engrave their names on rocks and hang them up alongside the mountain. I suppose it's symbolic of locking in their own happiness in the future. And once you've locked in your own happiness, why not give a blessing to a few others? Travelogue! Bamboo has many uses for the people here. It's used to build homes, make music instruments, clothing, and of course, it can be eaten as a vegetable. So if you thought it was just a snack for pandas, you'd be surprised. Speaking of which, lunchtime is here. You know, you haven't had the complete bamboo sea experience until you've satisfied your stomach with some bamboo shoots. And here there's plenty of very fresh bamboo shoots and bamboo fungi, everything you could find in the bamboo sea. And you can see our chefs are getting ready. So we're going to get ready too. Hey. Coming? Hey, okay. What a great place to have a bamboo feast in a bamboo forest here. Seems like everything goes from the bamboo all the way onto our plate. We have bamboo mushrooms here and then some bamboo shoots. This is a special type of bamboo vegetable. I can't even describe it to you. You have rice bowls made of bamboo trunks here, and the alcohol we are drinking is also put in the bamboo container. Of course, my chopsticks are made of bamboo. The tables, the chairs, we're in a bamboo forest. It's a world of bamboo. The variety of the types of bamboo blends with the surrounding diverse concentration of lakes, waterfalls, cliffs, caves, and temples, all of which form one of the country's 10 largest natural scenic spots. The lush bamboo forest has become particularly famous after the Oscar-winning Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was partly filmed here in 2001. The movie has opened the world's eyes to the dreamy beauty of the bamboo sea.
It's beautiful.
Yes! Did you just get married?
Yeah.
What?
This is my husband.
That's your new husband?
Yeah. Big husband.
Bye! What a great place to have your wedding pictures taken. Beautiful couple and beautiful environment. Whether from the boat or the land, the view of the bamboo sea is enchanting. Just like Yibian itself, it's mysterious, relaxed, and blessed with simple charm. Mother Nature really did create something out of this world. Yibian is a place where you can really get away from the hustle and bustle of city life. Here you can relax when you're amongst waters and bamboo, and even a tranquil glass of tea. Or better yet, here you can reminisce about your wonderful weekend you've had here, or even plan your next adventure. I'm Yin, and see you next time on Travelogue. draw you to different locations. Particularly, if you're lucky, you might be taken to this red building here. This guy's busy at work. It's a very traditional building, and the smell will let you know that it's actually the place where the local alcohol wuliangye is made. It's famous throughout entire China, and that's why Yibin is known as the alcohol capital. So I'm going to take a look at this very traditional place and go with the smell. For ordinary Chinese, Yibin is synonymous with wuliangye, which has been produced for more than 600 years. Now, as the Chinese say, the older the cellar, the better will be the wine. Wuliangye still uses traditional cellars that are over 1,000 years old. And relaxed. No rush, no hurry, just go with the flow. In fact, being in this environment brings out the calm in me as well. However, it's not a dull place in any sense at all. Instead, I found streets filled with activity, color, and spice. Everywhere you look, the scent of traditional Yibin culture permeates the air. Wow. You know, if you take a stroll in the streets of Yibin, in particular, the scent of alcohol will sort of Welcome to Travelogue. I'm Yin. Right now we're in Yibin, which is a city in southern Sichuan province. Many people come here by bus, by train, or even by car from the local cities. These are where they brew their top-notch liquors. And it's in this mysterious half-lit, half-dark room, liquor is slowly brewing to perfection. 师傅，您喝的这是什么呀？ 这就是新酿出来的吗？啊，我能尝尝这个。哦。So this is as fresh as it comes, and I don't usually try this kind of stuff, but when you're here, you got to drink this. 好辣。It's quite a flavor. You got to come here yourself. Besides the ancient cellars, the large modern distillery is open to tourists as well. There, through the display items, or even by Chengdu. Now, you can also do what I did and fly on over from Beijing. It's only a 2.5-hour flight. If you take a look behind me, it's the beautiful Yangtze River. And you know, Yibin is known as the first city along the Yangtze River. There's many reasons why people come here, for the scenery, for the local culture. Well, I'm going to get started on my weekend. Yibin is where the Jinsha and Min rivers converge, forming the Yangtze, China's longest river. So, Yibin is known as the first city on the Yangtze. It's not a big city, and so the atmosphere is pretty calm.